Crown Bees is a company that's been around for about a decade. And it just kind of started from a backyard hobby that I was able to find a solitary bee that really pollinates in the springtime. And I took that concept, went out and created an industry. Everything my company does is ethical. We have to be, we call it earth true. Sustainable, organic, those words are kind of getting mishmashed a bit, but maybe earth true is low enough. What does the bee need for success? So what you've got here in my hands are mason bee cocoons with live bees in these cocoons. And nature has an adult bee in each one of these cocoons. You can open them up and there the bee flies away. They're there for the full winter. And when the temperatures are just about right, they chew through these cocoons and then mate and then are out there in a garden doing their thing. Each one of these bees lives about 5 to 6 weeks before they're dead, and those eggs that they laid are next year's bees. You emerge from your cocoon, you mate, you find a hole that you want, you go gather the pollen, lay the egg, seal that little chamber, the bee dies, and in the fall you've got typically either an adult bee or a large pupa that overwinters, and the cycle just continues. So people always think of, when they talk about save the bee, they're always talking about the honey making bee. Okay, it's an awesome bee where they communicate, and there's a queen and the drones, and they give honey, and there's propolis, and it's an awesome bee. Okay. Not native to the US. It's 7 species of about 24,000 species of bees, so it's not, okay, but it is an awesome bee. The major differences between these two, okay, one, a social, so honeybee, they support the queen, they'll sting if you get close to the hive, and they've got honey. Neat. Solitary bees, they, every female is a queen. And we find that a lot of these bees go in holes. And so one bee, one queen, is going to own this hole, and she's going to go in the back of this hole and put in pollen, lay an egg, and then seal that little chamber with mud or resin or leaf bits. And so these bees will use these holes. We find that when you're out there pollinating, because the honeybee, again, an awesome bee, everything is all the honey is kept on her hind legs, and so it's sticky back there. And it's mostly destined back for the hive because they're so good at gathering pollen. Whereas most of your native bees, they're just horrible at gathering pollen. They belly flop into a flower, all the fur is kept dry, and so as pollen's dry, crammed on their abdomen, next flower, crammed into there, and the pollen's falling off everywhere. And so we find that between the two different bees, one's a pollen taker and one's a pollinator, a pollen spreader. And even recently, we've got products that you're going to find on your campus. This right here is a very low cost house that has a bunch of really cool, high quality holes in it. The bees are going to nest in. The question that this product asks is, what bees are on your campus? What bees are on a right-of-way in New Jersey? Or in some master gardener's backyard out there in Tallahassee? There's about 4,000 species of bees across the country. None of them make honey. About 1,000 species of those 4,000 go into holes. And in working with researchers, they really don't know which ones go into the holes. What size hole do they want? What type of pollen do they gather? When do they show up? So we're going to go find that out. And your campus, by having these holes around there, we're just trying to see what bee, what wasp, there's wasps that actually go in holes too, are on your campus.